On Sunday the 18th of June, the London Community Gospel Choir are coming to the Tramshed in Cardiff. It's part of their 40th anniversary celebratory tour. Well, leading the choir, as he has done since 1982, is Bazil Meade, MBE, and I'm pleased to welcome him to the podcast. Basil, welcome.
Nice to see you, Mel.
Yeah. Now, I'm just thinking, that 9-year-old little boy leaving Montserrat on his own, could he have ever dreamt that he'd be, an MBE and 40 years of running the London Community Gospel Choir?
Absolutely not. Goodness, all I was thinking, I suppose I would have been thinking at the time, is going to this strange place full of white people.
And it must have been cold and damp, so much different to Montserrat.
Yeah. All of that. I saw just what I thought was smoke coming out of people's faces, people's mouths, which I'd never experienced before. I saw trains for the first time.
Wow.
I saw vehicles I'd never ever seen in my life, men in uniforms and people running around, the smell of the place, the noises and the size of everything.
Yeah.
You could imagine a small island. All I saw were a few cars occasionally, mainly goats and sheep and cattle and donkeys.
That sounds like Wales, to be honest, Basil. That sounds like Wales. Well, look, it's 40 years since you started the LCGC, the London Community Gospel Choir. And was it a deliberate plan, or did it just sort of happen organically?
It was more organic than deliberate. I mean, we were just so excited about the fact that we all shared a common interest and love for gospel music. That is myself and the other 3 choir leaders. And we just wanted to unite our groups together and put on an evening in London and celebrate gospel music with a mass choir. Yeah. That was it. It wasn't thinking even a year ahead or 5 years. But here we are 40 years later. It just, like I say, organically grew from those early days, ideas in conversation, to what became a life's journey for me, and an exciting journey for hundreds and hundreds of young people who decided to audition and join as we progressed.
And in that time, sort of 82, 83, 84, there were a lot of great musicians coming out of the black gospel churches in London area in particular.
Oh, yeah. I mean, another purpose of the choir kind of stayed together, because it became an academy. Because what we were able to do was to assemble what we thought were the best musicians, keyboard players, best drummers. There were at least 3 or 4 of each instrument. Mm-hmm. So the guitarist Ronnie Jordan, amazing British black jazz artist. He went to America and made a name for himself there. There's so many bassists. Tony Williams, left-handed bass player. Our first bassist died. I can't remember his name now, but he was amazing. There was keyboard players. Howard Francis was amazing keyboard player. There was Morris Smith, Wayne went to America. Another guy who went to America and make a name for himself. So, and then there was Levine Hudson, our first outstanding. She signed the first gospel artist to sign to a major label in UK. She also went to America, to Berkeley College, I think, Berkeley College, rather. Yeah. And the list continues through the generations. Michelle John, so many have gone into. Misha Paris had quite a lot of strong relationship with me and the choir. There are many, many others that have come through and have made their life. They live by what they do in music. I mean, Michelle John was with Eric Clapton for about 15 years.
Yeah. And it's, for that generation of people who'd come to Britain, and it was if you can see it, you can be it, can't you? You've been pioneers for the kids who've come through Black Gospel Church now to see that actually you've got a place in this society. This is your society. And the thing is, if people want a gospel choir in Britain, whether it's Elton John or whether it's Britain's Got Talent, they come to you because you have this reputation now, because they know it's going to be good.
Absolutely. And I'm grateful that we have been able to maintain a standard and a quality as people of faith. And I think that's one thing that motivated me greatly. I felt prior to that the black church in particular was isolated and just very insular. The way we operated, it's going to function. And there are reasons for that. Um, I felt with this music, we're able to really contact the outside world and let people know that we are very much the same. We believe in God. We look differently, but we have a lot of habits that are identical. We live through very much the same system as all human beings. Yeah. And I think we'll have more in common than we think. No. So if we came together and talked, I mean, one point, what I realized when we first started performing, Mel, majority of the invitations received were from the white-led churches. and it's, ironically, that has been the journey of the London Community Gospel Choir. And what that has allowed us to do is make contact with the white community. So instead of staying in hotels in the early days, we stayed in people's homes after concerts. And that gave an opportunity for people to talk, to actually experience each other. Many of the youngsters had not ever done anything like that prior to joining the choir. So there was the opportunity for both sides to sit down over a cup of tea or over a meal after a concert and actually talk and learn about each other. And that has been part of the journey of the London Community Gospel Choir for all 40 years.
Breaking down barriers.
Absolutely.
Special moments. I'm told there was quite a special moment before the big concert at Wembley for the AIDS-related concert of people joining with you who maybe weren't people who would say they had a particular faith.
Yeah, there were, the moment in our green room when we were having devotion, and the door was open and we began singing a worship song, and these about 3 or 4 guys from a rock band walked in the room and came and joined the ring. We were holding hands, and they came and asked if they could join. So we just opened up, and they came and linked up, and they stayed. And they listened to the music, they felt it, they closed their eyes, and they prayed. They stayed and joined the prayer. And they were so moved at the end, they said, "Oh my God, we never thought of acknowledging God in the music that we make. We never thought of giving him thanks for allowing us to play music, giving us the gift of music." Yeah. But you guys have opened our eyes now, and we will do this from now on before we go on stage.
That's brilliant. Now then, to your special night then, it's part of the 40th anniversary tour. You're coming to the Tramshed. What sort of night can people expect here in Wales?
LCGC are known for being a very energetic choir. We're a bit older now.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
So probably a little slower, but we still throw the energy down and show how much we enjoy singing the praises of God through music. And I think one thing people should expect as well, I know there's some folk who won't necessarily understand the direct language of church. So there will be songs that will sing about hope, about unity, about love. And those songs will communicate with people, but the source of all that message is the love of God, the love for God. And I think that's what they'll experience. They'll be dancing, they'll be singing, there'll be inclusion. They will be expected to sing the songs with us. In fact, they might sound better than we do at times. So what can I say? It's Wales after all.
It is. You expect some good singing, some good harmonies as well. Okay, well, it's
exactly.
It's a night.
So we might hold back. We might hold back a little bit on them singing too much. They might intimidate us.
Well, look, it's lovely to speak to you. You know, we have been friends for a very long time. It's the 40th anniversary tour. It'll be a night to remember, celebrating 40 years of the London Community Gospel Choir. It's at the Tramshed in Cardiff. It's a 7:30 start. It's a Sunday, so it'll definitely feel like church on a Sunday evening. But if you don't normally go to church, it might feel like a different church to the normal one you go to.
Yeah, a lot of vibes, a lot of good vibes. And to show you that people of faith are real humans who know how to enjoy life and enjoy their faith.
Bazil, lovely to speak to you. Love to all the choir as well, and I look forward to seeing you in June.
Thank you, Mal.
God bless. Bye bye.
Looking forward to you. Bye bye. Bye bye.